Welcome to the Aboriginal Channel. On this episode, we're going to see what Sam Morton inquiry into the distinctive characteristics of the Aboriginal race of America, how he differentiates between the American Indian and the Native American, which is an Eskimo. It says it is chiefly my intention to produce a few of the more strikingly characteristic traits of these people to sustain the position that all the American nations, excepting the Eskimo, are of one race, and that this race is peculiar and distinct from all others. He goes on to say that it is an adage among travelers that he who has seen one tribe of Indians has seen all. So much do the individuals of this race resemble each other, notwithstanding their immense geographical distribution and those differences of climate which embrace the extremes of heat and cold. The half-clad Fuegian, shrinking from his dreary winter, has the same characteristic lineaments, though in an exaggerated degree, as the Indians of the tropical plains, and these again resemble the tribes which inhabit the region west of the Rocky Mountains, those of the great valley of the Mississippi, and those again which skirt the Eskimo on the north. So the Eskimos on the north, what's on the north? Snow. What does snow cause one to do? Well, when the sun is reflecting off that white snow, even when it's on the ground, so when you look down, you have to squint your eyes. Even when you look down, that creates that muscle at your eye to overdeveloped, which cause those cheekbones to look abnormal. Now I'll go into what he says about the comparison from the Eskimo to the American Indian. But without repeating what has already been said in reference to the Indian, we may briefly advert for the purpose of comparison to the widely different characteristics of the Eskimo. These people are remarkable for a large and rather elongated head, which is low in front and projecting behind. The great width and flatness of the face is noted by all travelers. Their eyes are small and black, the mouth small and round, and the nose is so diminutive and depressed that on looking at a skull in profile, the nasal bones are hardly visible. Their complexion, moreover, is comparatively fair, and there is a tendency throughout life to fullness and obesity. It goes on to say that the Eskimo is of a Mongolian polar nation, and that we have already glanced at the Mongolian features as seen, though rudely and extravagantly developed in the polar nations, but there are some characters so prevalent as to pervade all the ramifications of the great Mongolian stock, from the repulsive Kalmuk to the polished and more delicately featured Chinese. These are the small, depressed, and seemingly broken nose, the oblique position of the eye, which is drawn up at the external angle, the great width between the cheekbones, where are not only high but expanded laterally. So the cheekbone of these Native Americans is not only high but expands laterally. So the first sign that you know one is a polished polar Asian or Native American is the high and expanded laterally cheekbone. It says, and lastly, the complexion, which is invariably some shade of yellow or olive, and almost equally distant from the fair tint of the European and the red hue of the Indian. Through the history books, which has all been a lie. So therefore, if it's a lie, then what's the truth? If it's a lie, then what's the